I've always loved teaching. Ever since I was little, like all my teachers just inspired me. They encouraged me to read. They encouraged me to be my best. They helped me through some really tough times when I was in high school. So I decided the only thing I could do, the only reasonable thing I could do was give back and do my own helping kids out in the community and, inspiring another kid to keep going and push through everything. I love literature, love literature. The process of becoming an English teacher in college is basically an English major. Terrible, terrible time, but made me love literature a little bit more actually, despite all the reading and all the work. I was always a big fan of Shakespeare. When I was in high school, we read Romeo and Juliet my ninth grade year. My peers were miserable, and I was like, can we read another one? And they were like, please stop. But ever since then, really ever since I was little, I've loved literature. I used to be a big fan of those Magic Tree House books when I was little. I loved those books. They got me super involved in reading. Reading used to be like my big escape, and then I got into writing. So creative writing also really helped me out, but that's why I picked English. I love it. I went to 3 different colleges actually. I went to Bluegrass Community and Technical College in Lexington. I chose that because it was cheap. I was just trying to save some money. Really no other choice, but I do not regret it for a second. I got my undergrad at the University of Kentucky. I chose that because all of my English teachers when I was in high school went to UK, and they all had great things to say about it, so I saw nothing wrong with that. And then I went to NKU because they had a completely digital program. I finished right at the end of COVID, so it worked out real well for me. But I was just looking for something digital so I could stay in Lexington and not have to move. Oh, it's been crazy. It has been insane. The last school that I was with, I saw the kids for maybe 3 months, and it was awful. They had all virtual. Their school didn't require them to do their cameras. They didn't require them to turn on cameras, so I didn't get to know most of my kids back then. I don't know most of their faces, don't remember most of their names because I didn't get to make a good connection with them. This year it's been pretty tough. I know a lot of the kids are a little depressed, a little sad, a little worried that we're going to go back to virtual, but hopefully we won't. Hopefully we're getting there. Hopefully spirits are getting back up, but it's been really rough trying to help those kids because they're just so terrified right now of anything that could happen at any moment. Even if it's not fear of COVID itself, it's fear of losing their buddies again and not having to have senior prom or walk at graduation. It's all those fears. My very first job was at a movie theater in Georgetown, actually. It's still open. Cute little movie theater. I was mostly a concessionist. I popped the popcorn. Every shift I got to take a free bag of popcorn home. Best job ever, just because of the popcorn. I love that job. Minimum wage. If I weren't a teacher, I'd probably be in cosmetology school. This year's a little different, obviously, but normally my hair is some shade of rainbow. I've done red, I've done orange, pink, purple, blue, green, a blend of colors. Trying to see if I could dye it again, but I really love hair. I love cosmetology. I do my own hair. I cut my partner's hair at home. I love hair, and it's probably what I'd be doing if I decided not to be a teacher. I have a backup plan, and it includes cosmetology, storm chasing, and writing. I really love the kids here. Genuinely, I've seen some really interesting friend connections here. You see more alternative kids still hanging out with the jocks. I went to a football game last week and there were plenty of alternative kids cheering on the football team. What is that? That's so cool. It's such a cool experience to see kids from different places, different walks of life coming together and actually being really good friends. It's so cool. I love the school. It means acceptance and welcoming. It's not necessarily about the sexuality or identity part of it. It's just letting everybody know that this is a place to exist, really. I don't cut out any kids for any reason. Even if they're against my flag, I don't take anything against them because that defeats the purpose of the flag. The flag isn't just, show it in your face, gay. It's just we're all here, we're all welcome, we're all going to be treated the same. Acceptance and equality is what it is for me. Ugh, stop wearing black eyeliner, so thick. Oh my gosh, my English classes know this. I went through a twilight phase. It was real deep, it was real bad, and it was real dark. There are photos of me on a long forgotten Facebook page with like fake blood on my mouth. I would tell her to cut that out. Oh my gosh, it was so embarrassing. I've been a teenager too, guys. You'll regret it, it's okay. It's part of the cycle. Not to every member of the generation, but to a lot of you all, just like believe in yourselves. I've got a lot of students who just they're not confident. I think COVID really impacted on that, but be confident of yourself and your abilities. Like all of my kids, every single kid I have in this classroom, they're so smart, but they don't believe it themselves or someone told them otherwise. I don't care if someone told you you're not smart, you're smart. You have a brain, you are so smart, you are so clever, and you are worth it. Trust in yourself. Be confident. Be who you are. But mostly, trust in yourself. Not gonna lie, I'm really excited for prom at the castle. I'm really hoping you all get to have that because I've never been in the castle and I look for an excuse every year. So I'm very, very hopeful that you all will get to have prom at the castle, at least the seniors, so I get to go to the castle. But I'm also very excited to get to know all my kids.